Oops, got your coping skills. Now let's see what we got. That's not a coping skill.
Because I'm sexy and chubby, man.
Why aren't you on a diet?
Because I like to eat. Is that such a crime?
Nothing infuriates a male internet troll more than a confident fat woman. And it's crazy that y'all go out of your way to come in our spaces to degrade us for simply existing when you could just work on your personality to get the kind of woman that you want so you can leave us the hell alone.
I'm looking for a yellow bone, long hair star. Thick in the hips, come get in my car.
Just to hear my brother say, yo, what's up, buzz nut? Moves ain't sticking, water ain't sticking, it looks like a feather from the back end of the chicken. I ain't gonna use no silly hairspray.
I think I need some Dickwell or some Daddy Profin.
Let's talk about the difference between the pursuit of health and the pursuit of thinness. If you're in a bigger body, you know that we are preached to over and over that the pursuit of thinness is what will make us healthy. But there is study after study after study going back to the 60s that show intentional weight loss is actually harmful for our health. In fact, the number one predictor of whether or not you'll be fat as an adult is continued weight cycling, dieting. So what the heck do I mean when I say pursuing health, not pursuing thinness? The pursuit of health is a very different journey. Instead of starving our bodies or going on extreme diets, the pursuit of health is about including, adding. Where are we adding in exercise, in movement? Where are we adding in more sleep? Where are we adding in more social time? Where are we adding in support systems to handle stress? Where are we adding in play and joy? The pursuit of health is so much broader than the pursuit of thinness. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The pursuit of thinness often leads to some of the most unhealthy behaviors we will ever do, while the pursuit of health leads to some of the healthiest things we will ever do for ourselves. Give yourself permission to stop chasing thinness. Instead, start adding things that lead to health. Also, I'm awkward AF. Love ya!
Let's talk about the formerly fat character trope, aka the flashback fatty. Hi, my name is Abby, and I'm the host of the podcast More Than Tracy Turnblad. I'm a plus-size actor, and I happen to be doing my solo show about it on Wednesday. Link in bio. Probably the most common examples of this trope are Fat Schmidt and Fat Monica from New Girl and Friends, respectively. And with both of these characters, we see their fat selves completely just treated as jokes, but also like bullied in horrifying ways. In fact, if an actual fat person were being bullied that much, I think even in the 90s or whenever, I really think that it would be treated as a tragedy and not a sitcom. But since we know the character is in a fat suit, that's the humor, and we'll let anything slide. Both Fat Schmidt and Fat Monica are food obsessed and rarely think or talk about anything else. They're also portrayed as very dumb and very naive. And yeah, they are younger versions, but I don't think it's a coincidence. Something that I do think is probably true to life is that the older versions of Schmidt and Monica are defined very much in opposition to their former fat selves. And so they look at their past selves as like almost completely separate people who, if they're not careful, they might turn back into. So much so that the current characters feel just like completely different people from their previous fat selves, which I think is how a lot of formerly fat people see their past self. Which makes sense because the characterizations we see of fatness in fat people are so stereotypical and narrow that they just don't even can't coalesce with a whole character or person. when we're thinking only in tropes, obviously a fat trope is going to be different than a not fat trope. Even if the not fat character's trope is supposedly a result of their prior fatness. I think that depicting characters this way does so much fucking damage, because when we are separating the prior self from the current self, we are encouraging people not to see fat people as people. Obviously, the person who is not in the current timeline is going to be viewed as a little bit less of a person. And obviously, the person in the fat suit is going to be viewed as less of a real person. And obviously, the person whose entire character is just tired stereotypes is gonna feel like a two-dimensional caricature cutout. And that makes everybody see fat people in that way, especially because there's so little representation besides that. I talk a lot more about Fat Monica in my solo show, so if you're in New York, come to Good Judy in Brooklyn at 8 o'clock on Wednesday if you want to hear more.
I love that I made a video saying fat people can do anything you can do, sometimes better, and some people are taking it so literally. Like, picking their brains apart to try and find things that fat people can't do. Newsflash, some fat people can do that stuff. Some can't, but some can. And you're just making assumptions based on what you've heard, read, whatever. I don't know. Just assumptions that are wrong. And I don't even know. Like, what? Like, and I'm a little bit upset with myself because, you know, I see these comments and something in me is like, prove yourself. Like, show these people that they're wrong. And I shouldn't have to do that. Neither should you. You don't have to prove yourself to anybody. These people just are sad. They're sad. That's all. They're sad. You know what I do when I see a video I don't like on TikTok? I long press on my screen and tell TikTok I don't like it, so I won't see it again. Wild concept, I know. Why do you have to comment on videos you don't like? And engage with them? You know commenting helps, right? Okay, yeah. So why do you do it? Does it like tickle a little spot deep within you? Like, why do you do this? I really cannot wrap my head around it because I would never do something like that. And I know a lot of people who would also never do something like that. So this small bunch of y'all that do it, I really don't understand. Like, I can't wrap my head around like why you people are like this. It's sad. It really is. And these are the same people that will say, it's the internet. What do you expect? I don't know, maybe human decency, like kindness, like basic respect. Like, I just wish that this wasn't like a norm, that we're supposed to expect stuff like this when we sign up to be on the internet. And most of the people who comment stuff like that don't even have videos on their own pages, so y'all are just literally just do something else, like anything else. Or maybe don't. Maybe just keep engaging with my video and helping me out.
I can't be the only person that just can't. How is it that we've gotten to a point where like romanticizing obesity is...
What really tickles me the most about people who use the term glorifying obesity is that you only say that when we're not living in shame. If that same billboard showed that same model looking really sad while eating a hamburger or looking down at their stomach, hating themselves, see, you'd be completely fine with that, and you know that. But when we're thriving, when we're booking, when we're making money, when we are taking up space that you thought was only exclusive to people like you, ooh, you get so mad. It's 2022, and fat people are finally being recognized for how brilliant and smart and talented they are. And you're just gonna have to deal with it.